Alright, so it's vacation pickup video number 1, and one thing I did mean to mention in the last video that I of course forgot right after I finished recording, is that things are not organized. Throughout the trip I bought I brought boxes that look like this. I brought 3 of these, and I filled them all up within about a week. So, I mean, I kind of puzzled everything into them so that it fit nicely. There's no kind of rhyme or reason to what went into each box, just so that the only rule was that it all had to fit nicely into it. And then after that, things kind of just went into bags. So I have like 9 bags or something like that to show you. Plus I have a whole bunch of different console boxes and stuff like that that wouldn't fit into the paper boxes or the bags. So they're just kind of loose and laying around. So basically what I'm going to do, I actually don't remember what I put into what box. I'm just going to be opening random boxes and talking about the things that end up being inside. Now, I was thinking of organizing it nicely, and then I could have been like, this video is NES and this video is Super NES, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to do it this way because I thought it's more fun for me too, because I don't remember what I put in each one. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing exactly what I'm pulling out of each box, because I have no idea what's about to come up. Plus it will kind of keep the flow of the videos too, because I mean, if every video has some NES and you like NES, then there's going to be something in every video for you, rather than just all the NES being in one video and the other stuff being like Xbox and PlayStation, and you don't like any of that. But anyway, without further ado, I've wasted about a minute and a half already. Let's open the first box, and it will be that one I just picked up. And yeah, so let's do that. And on top here, I have a whole bunch of different papers and stuff. Now, I tried to get like a business card from every different store I went to. Let's see if any of this is actually things I want to show on the screen, because I actually forgot that I had so many papers in here. A lot of them were just like random pamphlets from places I went to. That's my ticket for Universal Studios. Random tickets for random things. Let's see, what else is in here? Price is Right thing. Alright, so nothing in there I really wanted to show. You know, nothing on top anyway in those papers, because I know at least one of the other boxes is going to have a whole bunch of business cards and stuff that I do want to talk about. And anyway, the first thing that is inside of this box is another box, and that is the box of the NES 2, or the NES Top Loader, or the cool version of the NES. Well, the only downside about this NES is that the video quality is not as great as the other one, although at least your games will work almost 100% of the time. Now, this is actually just an empty box. Like I said in the last video, I did buy a few empty boxes. Although in the case of something like this, a box I've never seen ever before, and a box that is very hard to find, it was very good to buy it separately. What's it called? I did pay $40 for the empty box. Now, some people are probably like, why would you ever pay $40 for an empty box? Now, this box is quite rare, and the NES 2 itself is really rare. So if something itself is really rare, the box of it, the box that it originally came in, is like 5 billion times rare. Now, the interesting thing is I actually saw this box twice on my trip. The first time was when I went into a store, and it was kind of in the back room, and I asked, is it for sale? And they're like, no, that's part of the manager's collection. Now, I have a really massive pet peeve. I have a lot of pet peeves when it comes to video games, but one of my pet peeves about video game stores is when they have items that aren't for sale, but they're like clearly on display. Now, I know this one was kind of in the back room, but I mean, it was really easy to look into the back rooms. I mean, the back room all looked like a continuation of the store, so I mean, you kind of want to go back there and you're like, oh wait, that's kind of like the room you're not supposed to go in. So they had this box back there, and it was really disappointing that I wasn't able to buy it there, and some other things that were in the back room too. But that goes along with the story. Once I saw a flea market on Craigslist. There was like a picture of the flea market, and the location wasn't too far from my house, and the pictures looked awesome. They had so much cool stuff. So I went to this flea market. It was about an hour away. So I made like a special trip for it, and I got there, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool, I'd love to get this. They're like, no, that's just part of our collection, it's just for the display. And I hated that, because so many of the things I saw in this picture that I would have been interested in getting, they were all just part of their collection, so I mean, they weren't for sale, and I was really bummed out about that, because I mean, if you have them there, like, half the stuff shouldn't be for display. It was like, if it had a price tag, it was for sale. If it didn't, then it wasn't for sale, and like only half the stuff had price tags. So I was really bummed out, because there was quite a few things there I wanted to get. But anyway, back to the NES 2 box. It's absolutely awesome. The back does have a few stickers on it, although they're kind of cool, because it's like proof of purchase and stuff like that. So yeah, I did pay quite a bit for this box, and it is one of the more expensive things I did buy on the trip. Like, it's not like everything I bought was like 40 bucks. But it's just something I've always really wanted, because I absolutely love the NES 2. And this box is going right, where are we pointing it? Where was my finger? Man, you're going the wrong way. I absolutely suck at pointing because everything's reversed. Right there in that case where that blue kind of NES carrying bag is, I'd originally just planned on leaving that spot blank and putting like kind of one of those cards there that says like reserved for NES 2 box. But I never thought I would find it so soon because I mean I've never seen one around here ever. I mean it could have been like 3 or 4 years or like never by the time I got it. So I decided to put that there kind of as a placeholder, but now that will be going out and this awesome box will be going there because I do have the things to put in. The styrofoam is in here. And when I bought my original top loader without the box, it actually came with the instruction manuals and the advertisements and everything with it. So I will be able to complete this, and I'm very happy about that because I absolutely love the top loader, and it's going to be so cool to have that complete. Because yeah, I never really finished the story. I went to another store later, and they had it. It was, I offered what's it called? The original store that had this. I offered them $40 for it, and they're like, "Oh, it's worth so much more than that. You have to be kidding me!" And then I went to the other store, and they had it. And there was actually a top loader in it. It wasn't just the box. I asked them, would you sell the box separately? And they actually said yes. One thing I actually found, a lot of stores I went to, they were willing to sell boxes separately. If you asked. Here, a lot of stores around here, it's like, oh, we sell that with like just the box. And they laugh at you and are like, no, are you stupid? Well, I actually did pick up quite a few just empty boxes that way, which is really awesome because I have all the pieces. Well, I just needed the boxes to complete them, and I already need a drink. This is not going to go well if this continues. Because we still have the whole box to go, and it's already been like 5 minutes. I'll make up for it. I know I rambled on too long about this box, but I absolutely love this box. It is just so cool. And, excuse me, it's in very nice shape, except for those stickers on the back. But I mean, I could probably even remove them if I really wanted to. Although I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. Anyway. Continuing on with this box, we are going to see some of those sports games that I was talking about. And a few of these sports games, they're kind of plastic wrapped, but they're obviously not new because like the cartridge obviously itself didn't come wrapped in plastic. It's just that some stores, they wrap their used games in plastic, I guess just to keep them safe or whatever. But anyway, here's going to be some of those sports games I was talking about. The sports games are going to be mainly for 64 and the Super Nintendo. Since, I mean, I haven't really been collecting too heavily for them recently. Although, since my NES collecting was slowing down, I decided I'd kind of focus mainly on NES, Super Nintendo and 64 and GameCube, kind of as something else to do on the trip, since I didn't think I'd find too many new NES games, although that ended up being wrong. I actually did find quite a few, which you will see. But anyway, two of them right here. We have In the Zone 98 and All-Star Baseball 2000. Don't worry, the sports games don't last too long. There's some good stuff in this box, too. NBA Courtside 2, Pilot Wing 64, which is actually a good game that I did pay a bit more than just the normal sports game price for, because it is a game that I didn't have that I actually wanted. NASCAR 2000, let's try to be center here. Wipeout 64. Rat Attack. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I actually really like the Tony Hawk games, although I had them all for PlayStation 1, and then the other console that came out. I never really played them on the 64. And two more sports games before we get to everything else. Madden 2001, and Twisted Edge Extreme Snowboarding. So like I said, every box is going to probably have a few sports games in it, although it does get really good after that. Let's see, just continuing on, I picked up this really cool little Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Advance 4, book, and it kind of just goes over all the levels and gives a few hints and tips about them. Another thing, one of the stores I talked about, Vintage Stock, was really cool. When I went there, they were having a July 4th weekend sale, which was absolutely awesome. All their used games were buy two, get one free, and all of their instruction guides were buy one, get one free. And this was only 99 cents. A whole bunch of their guides were only 99 cents, so I picked up a whole bunch of them, because some people will know that I absolutely love video game strategy guides and stuff like that. Not because I use them. I love playing games without the help of walkthroughs and stuff like that, but because I just love going through and looking at them afterwards. I find that a lot of fun. And one other strategy guide in here is Crash Bandicoot 3, one of my favorite PlayStation games, and I'd never seen this guide before, and even though I've already beat it 100%, it's still really cool to have the guide for it. 104%, I think, actually. I know it's at least 104. I know it's at least 104, although I can't remember if it went up to 105 or not. As I was playing it recently, I got a golden relic, or a platinum relic instead of a gold one. So I don't know if that increased my percent or not. But anyway, since people probably have no idea what I'm talking about, let's move on. In here are also some other kinds of games. A GameCube game, The Haunted Mansion. I believe this is based off of that ride at Disneyland, or Disney World, whichever one it is. The one in Orlando, unless the other one in California has one too. I always forget which one is which. Either way, I picked up that. In here is also this cable. This is a PS2 link cable. Now, in one of my videos, I talked about Doom, you being able to play two-player on separate TVs if you had a PS1 link cable, although this one does not look the same as the PS1 one. This is a PS2 one, and I could swear it said kind of what game this was meant for. Compatible with Gran Turismo 3, Winning 11 Part 5, Armored Core 2, Battle Gear 2, J Phoenix, Unreal Tournament, and many other Link-compatible games. And that's interesting because I actually didn't know that there were any Link-compatible games like that for PlayStation 2. So it was really neat to get that, even complete in the box too. And another GameCube game here, which some people may be familiar with, especially if you watched my Let's Play with Teal Game Master, which is finished except for a bit of bonus stuff, which was it was a lot of fun. And that is Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights for the GameCube. And it was an awesome game. I actually didn't know what to expect before doing the Let's Play with him, because I had never played it before, but it actually turned out to be a very, very fun game. I was very happy with it. Anyway, let's see what else we got in here. We have some NES games. Now here is the start of what is going to be a ton of NES games. Not in this box. Like I said, they're spread out all over the place. Although there's going to be a lot of them throughout the various pickup videos, let me tell you. Digger T-Rock. Eliminator Boat Duel. Some of them definitely need a bit of a cleaning, like this one. It belonged to Becky at some point, although hopefully I will be able to clean them up a bit. Some of them are in very nice shape, and then some of them not so nice, although like I said, hopefully they will be a bit cleanable. And Alien 3. Now, some games came with dust covers. I do have some extra ones, although the more that come with them, the better. So I'm actually not sure if I'm going to have enough at this point, because I do like to put the NES dust covers on all of my games. Now this one is one of those ones that doesn't have a laminated label, so it gets destroyed really easily. So I was taking good care of it. That's why I put the dust cover on that one. Let's see what's over here. We have Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I have no idea what kind of game this is, although going to be interesting to try it out. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu, and unfortunately it has those really annoying stickers on the side that are supposed to like stop you from opening it. So I'm going to have to see if I can clean that up a bit. And one more right here, although it's kind of annoying because you're not able to see it very nicely. Is it the plastic, the price sticker went right over the label. Now just let me see if I can get this off really quickly. There we go. I believe it's working. Yep. Awesome. Now this one here, Championship Pool. Now the only problem with this one is that the label on the top kind of started to peel up a bit. And that's one thing, when you go to so many different stores, you want to buy things when you see them, if they're a good deal and stuff like that, is you never know if you're going to come across them again. Now, I bought this one pretty close to the beginning of the trip, but it's a game, surprisingly, it's Pool. But I'd still never seen it before somehow. And I did end up seeing a better one later on in the trip, so I mean, it's kind of like, I wish I had just waited, but you can't always take that chance, unfortunately. Let's see what else we got in here. We have some sports games and stuff like that. Let's see here. What have we got? The prices on these ones are not what I paid at all. These were in a 50-cent bin. What happened was, one of the stores I went to, it wasn't even on my list. What they did was, I guess, just a whole bunch of games that they couldn't sell. They just dumped them all into a bin, and it was buy one, get one free. So I kind of just freaked out on them and bought a whole bunch of random games. Just like I said in the last video, I just bought a whole bunch of games like I didn't have if they were a really good deal, just to kind of beef up my collection. So let's kind of see what we get here. We have Mad Maestro, and I have no idea what this game is about. I mean, I guess it looks kind of like a rhythm game. Interesting though, either way. Anyway, these are, by the way, not the original seal. It's just another one of the stores that put the seal on their game to kind of keep it safe, even though I mean, it's actually pretty good that they're putting an effort into keeping their used game safe, since most stores probably wouldn't care. NCAA Football 2005, so like I said, here's going to be some of those terrible sports games that everyone always fears. Xbox Music Mixer, pretty cool. How do you say Gun Griffin Blaze, PS2. Yeah, here's it's mainly a mix of Xbox and PS2 here. ESPN, College Hoops 2K5, RTX Red Rock. Let's try to get through these a bit quicker. NHL Rivals 2004. NHL 2002. NHL 2001. March Madness 2002. Madden 2005. NCAA Football 2002. NHL Sports 2K7. Kabuki Warriors. Hey, one that's actually not a sports game. It looks like a fighting game, which is actually pretty cool. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003. Rugby 2004. This one, my sister actually picked this up. Inuyasha, The Secret of the Cursed Mask. Yeah, I don't really know anything about Inuyasha, but she's actually quite a big fan, so this is actually hers, and it was accidentally in my box. And another one of her games, I guess she got it at one of the stores that I got a whole bunch of stuff at too. Inuyasha Feudal Combat. I believe this one's an RPG, she said, and this one's a fighting game. But cool anyway. Those two, they weren't in this 50-cent bin. They were just mixed in with all the other games for some reason. NHL 2004. NHL 2K6. NCAA March Madness 2004. And Spy Hunter. So that's pretty cool. I got a whole bunch of just really random games there. It was like I said, don't listen to the price stickers that are on them, because they were in that really cheap bins. I guess they're just trying to unload some of their really old stuff. Because I guess a lot of stores these days, they're trying to move on to mainly, what's it called, to PS3, 360, and Wii stuff. Or I guess soon, in the near future it will be Wii U stuff. So they're just selling off a whole bunch of their stuff real cheap. And those were the kinds of deals I tried to look for mainly on my trip. And then there was the one right here, I said vintage stock. They had those awesome deals like buy two get one free, or for the manuals, buy one get one free, and they were like 99 cents each, so it was really awesome. And I did get quite a few deals. And here are more of those 99-cent manuals I was talking about down here. Diddy Kong Racing, Official Player's Guide. This one right here, I actually didn't notice this when I originally bought it. But unfortunately, the top is a bit destroyed right here. I have no idea why that had to be destroyed. There was a price sticker over it originally when I got it. Although, what's it called? I didn't notice that underneath it was wrecked like that, because they did have another one. Although I think one of the pages in the other one was bent or something, so that's why I didn't get it. But anyway, Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. Let's see what else we got here. We have Enter the Matrix. I got this one mainly because it looked really cool. It has like a shiny cover that's probably not showing up too well on the camera. This one right here. Pokemon Rangers. This one's mainly for my sister. I've actually never played a Pokemon Rangers game, although my sister really liked it. Let's see right here. Metroid Prime. As you can see, that one was $1.99. I guess a few of them were $1.99, but then when it was buy one get one free, it was only like paying a buck each, which was still pretty good. Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga. I absolutely love that game. Let's see this one right here. Yoshi's Story. Right here. I've never played this game, although I believe I did pick it up. It's going to be one of the in one of the boxes that we saw. Dark Rift. And let's see, a few more down here. Mortal Kombat 3. Do not listen to that $9.99 sticker, as that's not from the store that I bought it at. It's one of those old ones that no one ever took off for whatever reason. And Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And as you can see, there is one of those stickers for 99 cents. I didn't take them all off for whatever reason. I guess I missed it. And as you can see, there's even a sticker there that says sale 2 for 1. So, yeah, obviously, I mean, overall, there were some very good deals at these stores. And it was awesome to be going on the perfect weekends. Like I said, it was the July 4th weekend sale. So any other weekend, I wouldn't have got these awesome deals. But I picked the right one to go. And yeah, so that's it for the first box. It is completely empty. But we're not at the 20-minute mark yet, so I will go over a few other things. Like I said, it's probably not going to just be one box per video. It's going to be quite a few different things. And I'm running out of space. But yeah, we saw a lot of sports games in this one, although a lot of the other boxes are a lot less sports games, I think. Man, I actually didn't keep track of exactly how many sports games I got, although I do know I didn't get any doubles, I think. Overall, sports games are hard to keep track of, because I mean, I can never remember which years of what I have. But since I didn't have very many, I didn't really worry about it too much. But hopefully there's no doubles. Anyway, the next thing I have to show is another empty box, and it goes along a lot with the NES 2 box. This one is the NES Sports Set box. Now this one is going to be kind of funny to complete because it comes with 4 controllers. Yeah, 4 controllers there. I always suck because I always go the wrong way because I keep forgetting that the picture's mirrored. 4 controllers, the NES satellite, and the control deck. And it also came with the double cartridge of Nintendo World Cup and, what's it called? I can't believe I forgot. Super Spike Volleyball. I wanted to say Superstar Volleyball. But yeah, anyway, this one is pretty interesting. And this is actually the very last box that I needed for NES. I have all the other ones. I have the Action set, the Power set, the Deluxe set that came with Rob. So this, and my control deck, sorry, not my control deck. I said that because that's what it says on the front. And my NES 2 box, they complete pretty much my NES console box set. Because I'm pretty sure I have them all now, unless someone can point out one that I don't. So I was really happy to pick this one up. And I thought that was super cool, as I had never seen that box around here either. Now we're at about 21 minutes, but I'm going to do one more thing, since I kind of rambled on at the beginning and stuff like that. So this video will probably end up being about 25 minutes long. One thing I will show, one other thing, is this. I picked up this really cool arcade stick that is actually for Atari. Now it has a Sega end, although it is supposed to be for Atari. And it's actually really cool. I don't think I have any control sticks like this that actually kind of like suction cup to the table, and then you can kind of just use it. And it has one of those control sticks that makes that really awesome clicking noise too, so you like know exactly when you're going a certain direction. I really like that. And it also has turbo speeds and stuff like that, which is always cool to have on your arcade stick. That was cool. Now the next thing I have to show, actually I'll save that for one other time. I'll go with this one for now. On the trip, I mean, like I said, I ran out of paper boxes to put things in pretty quick. So I had to improvise, and when I didn't use bags, I would use things like Coke cases. Now, this isn't full of Coke, obviously. I drank all the cans in about a day, so then I went on to use it to store games in. Now, there's just a few random games on the top. I'm actually not 100% sure exactly what's in here. I mean, I know there's some NES, although is it all NES except for what's on top? Anyway, one thing right here about the Atari game, Space Jockey. I don't know why I ended up getting this one. I just didn't have it. And I thought it looked kind of cool. It kind of looked like a vertical or a sideways scrolling shooter. Although 16 game variations. Anyway, whatever. We're going to give that a shot. And I also grabbed one thing for the Texas Instrument computer. Home Financial Decisions. Now, I actually don't have a Texas Instrument. It's one of the computers I don't have. I mean, I don't have a massive amount of computers. I do have some of the main ones, the Amigas, Commodore, stuff like that. Although I would love to get my hands on a Texas Instrument, although I actually do have a few other games too, even though I don't have it, so I'll just add that along with those. Anyway, the NES games I was talking about were in here. One of those, Widget, and it actually came with the instruction book. Right here, we have Swamp Thing. I actually have a friend who loves Swamp Thing, so I'm going to have to invite him over, and we'll give that a try or something like that. Next one, Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. I actually never seen this one before, so it was kind of cool to see that. Now this one's pretty beat up, unfortunately, and this is another one I saw it in better shape later on in the trip, but I just never seen it before for whatever reason, even though it looks like it should probably be a pretty common game. And that is Ultimate Air Combat. So yeah, you have your unfortunate stickers have been plastered all over the front and stuff like that. I mean, if they had just put it down here, I mean, hello, look at all this gray space. But no, people insist on putting the stuff at the top where it wrecks the label. So even if like you wanted to use like some sort of like glue remover, you might end up wrecking the label. While if it was on the gray part at the bottom, you wouldn't be doing that because who cares if the gray part gets a bit wet. And the last one. And I suck at saying this name. I guess it's like Lemperor. I just keep saying like Lay Emperor, but I know that's not right. Anyway, it looks like one of those strategy games. Koei created a few of them, like Romance of the Three Kingdoms and stuff like that. So this is just another one of those. And it also came with the book, which is actually pretty awesome. So yeah, and I actually bought all of these games at a store called... let me open the bag. Captain Nemo. Now, I mean, when you first hear it, I mean, it doesn't really sound like a game store. I mean, unless, of course, the game's on the end. Although I didn't even know that was part of the name. Until I actually got there, I thought it was just called Captain Nemo. Because when I was looking up on the computer, I think that might have been all it said. Sounds kind of like some fish and chip shop or something like that. So anyway, they had free parking. Make sure you put that on your bag. Because, I mean, if you get the bag, you probably already were at the store. So I don't really know why they bothered putting free parking on there. I mean, I guess in case you're walking down the street and someone sees you with the bag, they may be like, wow, that store has free parking. And I mean, they're going to go there in like 10 seconds. So they have fantasy gaming and RPGs, I suppose. The one thing that's kind of a lie is discount prices, because they were kind of overpriced on a few of their things. Although they were actually a really big store. I mean, they had music, DVDs, games, books, a whole bunch of things. So it actually was a pretty neat place to go to. One other thing in this box, Bionic Commando instruction book, which is pretty cool. And it looks like there are some sports games at the bottom here. Oh joy, more of those, right? Alright, yeah, let's drop them all. Luckily they drop back into the box, so they're not all over the place. MLBPA Baseball. Major League Baseball. No, MLBPA Baseball, yeah. Let's see. College Slam. What kind of sport is this anyway? I mean, I guess it's... I'm going to be yelled at because I don't know what slam probably refers to. All I know is that it's made in Mexico. I mean, probably football. I'm not much of a football watcher, I have to admit. Baseball is my sport. And I probably spent way too long staring at that. NBA Showdown. Cal Ripken Jr. Baseball. I mean, there's just so many sports games. It's sad. Madden 94. I mean, NES, it has its sports games, but I mean, at least they're all a bit different. I mean, they all have their differences. I mean, they're like baseball stars, and then you have like Base Wars, where it's like robot baseball. I mean, yeah, you get like the bases loaded 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get RBI baseball 1, 2, 3. But it's still a lot cooler than just Madden 94, Madden 95, Madden 96, Madden 97, Madden like Super Special Edition for whatever reason. I mean, sports games are just like it's like the evil of video games. They're just not good. I mean, like, make one, and then, like, maybe one, like, every 3 years or something. Like, we don't need a new one every year. And then we're gonna get, like, Madden 97, like I was just going on about, and then John Madden Football 93, NHL 97, Madden 96, and NBA Live 96. And that is everything that was in the Coke box. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I did kind of splurge on the sports games this trip, just to kind of beef up my collection of them. Because, like I said, I got some really good deals on them. So I figured I'd take the opportunity now and do it. Since someday, I mean, if I want to maybe go for a complete Super Nintendo set or something like that, I'll have to get them anyway. So, I mean, NES, I'm getting pretty close. I'm only about 100 away now. So, I mean, after this trip, it's pretty much less than 100 to go. I'm almost at 700. So, it's really only getting down to some of the really expensive ones now, and I don't know how many of them I'm going to go after. I mean, unfortunately, thrift stores are kind of drying up, and I can't just keep finding all the really good ones out there forever. So someday I might have to kind of dig really deep and just finish off the collection, or just wait it out and hope to find them, but maybe not. But we'll see. But anyway, I think that's going to be all for this video. So I showed some pretty interesting things, some of the cooler stuff. Then I also showed some of the more boring stuff. So that's kind of going to be the balance that each video has. It's going to get more interesting from here, I promise. I know this one did have quite a few sports games, although I actually did get quite a good chunk of the sports games out of the way. So future videos hopefully won't have as many of them. But anyway, that's where we're going to end off this video. So thanks for watching, and look forward to part 2, which will be up in the near future. So thanks. And see you later.